It's Gloria with Glory Be Resale, and I'm here to do a what sold last week, and that was January 27th to February 2nd. And to get us started over here on eBay, the first thing to sell was this s- small folk art wooden stool, hand painted. It's got a little farm and sheep scene on it, and this sold for $33.15, and the cost to me on it was $5. And right off the bat, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. And the next thing to sell was this women's Lula lace molded cup slip, and this sold for $24, and the cost to me on it was $5.49. Next item to sell was this hot stone pottery, I believe probably vintage 80s, blueberry pitcher, and this sold for the full asking price of $35. And the cost to me on this was $2.99. The next item to sell, this was a vintage 1917 Mary Pickford in the Little American Movie card photo, and this sold for $14.84. Cost to me at this point is nothing. I had bought a whole book full of pictures at a auction more than 5 years ago, probably. And so they long since paid for themselves. I did not pay a lot for them. And I don't know if I'd bother to get them again because they're a very, very slow seller. But they don't take up much room either. I do have a box of ephemera, and they're in there. I have a few boxes of it. And they are slow sellers, but they don't take up a lot of room. So I guess I'm up in the air. It would have to depend because I'm not excited about it. Next item to sell is this Woolrich vented shirt, and this sold, it has the vent in the back. This sold for $22, and the cost to me on it was $3. Next item to sell was this Vanity Fair vintage nightgown and robe. I'd say this is probably 60s, maybe 70s. And this sold for $30. And the cost to me on it was $7.49. The next item to sell was this vintage 1950s pottery wall pocket with the bird on it. And this sold for $32.30. So I must have sent out a offer on it and they accepted it. I bought this for $5 down at the antique mall. Next item to sell, we're now over on Poshmark, was this women's Amour Vert boho silk blouse, and it has a floral print to it. Very pretty blouse. And this, I took an offer of $41, or I sent it out, I don't know which. And the cost to me on it was, I believe, $5.99. Next item to sell was this Lisa International red boiled wool jacket. And this I took an offer of $18. And I'm not sure what I paid. I'm gonna take a quick look. And so the price to me on it was $3. So I feel like I had this a while. I was ready to get rid of it, and okay, I paid $3. Move it along. Anything that's not getting looks at it, move it along and spend your money in better places. The next item to sell was this Masmania fleece wolf print jacket, and this sold pretty quickly. I think this was in a one of my last couple of haul videos. And I picked up another one, which should be in the next haul, clothing haul video I do. Because when I went back, they had one, this one had wolves. When I went back, they had another one that had a bear print to it. So I picked that up. And this sold for $29, but it sold pretty quickly. So I was happy with that. And again, the cost to me on it was $6.49. The fleece jacket that went out, and this one, I took an offer of $25 because I wanted to move it along. This was a very big, bulky jacket. It doesn't have any tags. I have a feeling it might have been homemade because this could have been put inside out, and I did take pictures of it. But it could have been put out inside out and just been you could wear it on the hunter green side too, and then the bare side. So it was like double the material, and it was a fluffy fleece. So it took up a lot of room. And I did have somebody looking for it over on Mercari, but the shipping price was too high because it was kind of a heavy, bulky jacket. So with that being all that being said, I took the $25 and moved it along to get it out of my inventory. And at this point, you don't really want to be hanging on to winter jackets because we'll be coming into spring in no time. I know the groundhog said 6 more weeks, so that's still not very long. And the next item over on Macari was this helmet pullover sweater, and this I sold for $31. The cost to me on it was $6.49. Next item was this vintage pair of Victorian style mirrors, and these did have some damage to them. There was some corrosion on them. So I took an offer of $23 for them. Without that, they would have sold somewhere between probably 35 to $39, but since they were damaged, they sold for 23. And the cost to me on them was $5. That's kind of a guess. I bought these with the whole bunch of stuff at a yard sale. It's kind of like a yard sale slash estate sale that I went to during the summer. So it was hard to say. I had just walked away with a bunch of items. He just stacked them together as a lot, but I'll say $5 on those. Next item was this LL Bean royal blue quilted um, pullover jacket, quarter zip jacket, and this sold for $26.25. And the cost to me on it was $6.49. Again, if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate that you give me a like and subscribe. Thank you so much. And now over to Etsy, the very last item. Again, only one item last week, so I need to get listing over on Etsy. but I sold another stool. This was, one that said "Gather" on it, and this I picked up for $15 at an in a vintage antique mall, and I sold it for $59. And that is everything for last week, so I'm gonna try to get listing and get these sales picked up, um, and I hope that you're having great sales and everything, if you're not, maybe you could join me in getting things listed. Have a great week, and I will see you next time, probably with a haul video. Thanks and bye.